I will not lose. My name is Gerald Flannery, and I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx. You know, born and raised. I come from a big family, a family of 8 actually. So as you can imagine, it wasn't easy growing up, you know. But you know, I'm just here to talk to you guys and let you know that you can make it and be somebody, no matter where you come from, and no matter what anybody say to you. You know, it wasn't always easy growing up. You know, I was in high school. I didn't go to one of the best high schools known, but I managed to get my grades up and get out of school on time. And it was at that point in my life when I sat down and told myself, it's like, you know, I need to be somebody. I can't be running around the streets, you know, hanging out and doing nothing all day. And unfortunately, a lot of my friends went down that path. So, you know, I did not want to go that way. So I, you know, just sat down and just said to myself, I got to buckle up, you know, hit my books, go to school, and, you know, try to make something better of my life. And then, you know, I had brothers and sisters, so I took it upon myself, you know, I wanted to set like a good example for them. And not just my brothers and sisters, but other people out there, you know, my other friends and other people who are in the same situations. You know, I wanted to set like a good example and show that, you know, you can do what you want. So, you know, being born and raised in the Bronx, which is the birthplace of hip hop, you know, you got stuff like breakdancing, hip hop music, and graffiti especially. You know, that was definitely an inspiration in me wanting to become like a graphic designer and stuff. So it's just like, you know, when I run into people in my field, or whenever I tell people what I do, they always do like a double take, because they kind of surprised, like, oh, you a designer? You actually do like graphic design for the websites and stuff? And I'd be like, yeah, you know, it doesn't always have to be like the stereotypical stuff one always associates with people from like the urban areas and stuff like that. So, you know, that just proves that, you know, you can do what you want. You know, you just put your mind to it and don't always fall in that trap that people always expect you to go into. So, you know, I have situations where, you know, I'm like designing stuff for big, well-known companies that you see around you every day on TV and billboards and magazines and stuff like that. So it's like a real honor for me to even be a part of it. It's just something I thought I would have never been able to work on, especially, you know, considering where I came from and stuff. But at the same time, I kept my mind to it, and I just kept saying to myself, you know what, I can do that. You know what, that hot ad you see in the magazine, I can do that. And I just put my mind to it, got on my grind, and, you know, now I'm doing stuff like that. And I encourage more people out there like me to do that too, because, you know, I'll be honest, like working in my field, I don't see a lot of people, you know, that I can relate to, you know, doing the stuff that I do. And it kind of, you know, breaks my heart. And, you know, we're like the biggest consumers of this stuff, and we're the ones that we like watching, you know, the rap videos, the magazines and stuff, and the billboards and stuff like that. But, you know, none of us are actually in the industry making this type of stuff. So it's just like, you know, I hope that I can at least inspire some of you guys out there that, you know, are interested in doing this, to push yourself, you know, go to school and get in there so you can be on the other side of this, creating the hot stuff that you see in magazines and on billboards and stuff like that. So, you know, I came like a long way, man. You know, me sticking to my guns and like getting in my grind, you know, I think I'm pretty successful in where I made it. But, you know, one of the things that came with that, you know, making it up into like, you know, working for a major media corporation, is that, you know, it opened my eyes to like the whole industry and stuff, you know. And it's just like that made me want to work more and to aspire to do my own thing, you know. So it's just like, you know, I'm a fan of video games. I love video games with a passion. I grew up on video games, so it's like that's something I always wanted to do something with. So, you know, I during my life growing up and hitting my books and getting into this field, you know, I was blessed enough to meet like-minded people that are striving for the same thing. So we kind of hooked up through the years, and, you know, we've been real close friends, and we always like vowed with each other that we wanted to get into some form of entertainment medium dealing with video games. So, you know, we all started our collective little group, and now we're striving to break off and do our own thing. So me and my boys, we in the grind 24/7, and we doing our thing, and we're not gonna let anybody tell us we can't do it. And I hope you guys inspired not to fall into like the stereotypical, oh, you know, you supposed to do this or you supposed to do that. You know, follow your heart and do what you want to do, and this is why I will not lose.